We're sad to say that that poor old Chase Horn is we kicked him out. We sent him to the curb. We gave him his pink slip. Yeah, we're real disappointed because he's been really well, to be honest, he didn't really do anything. I mean, he did something, but let's keep it a secret, everyone, because it's really been affecting us. Poor Cory doesn't get any sleep anymore. He's had to go to therapy. James is in a straitjacket, and poor Kyle. We haven't seen poor Kyle in about 5 days. So, but let's keep it a secret, everyone. Chase Horn is out of the dick pod. Oh jeez. Oh, I'm sorry, but keep it a secret, please.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Driving in Circles podcast, episode 17, the Kansas weekend, and probably one of the worst F1 races we've ever seen in our lives.
Boy, I put my pajamas. I woke up that morning and went right back to sleep. What boy, it was garbage.
Before we hate on probably the most overrated race on the calendar, let's talk about the NASCAR truck race. Green Finger had another win.
I forgot he was even in that truck. Oh my god.
It really annoys me. No offense to Grant Infinger, but I hate his voice. Every time he gets interviewed, I just turn off the TV. I'm
He
like,
reminds
I
us of our
can't.
cold open.
Man, I can't stand his voice.
Oh, but we can say this truck race was a stepping stone for women. Am I right, fellas?
Yeah,
Women.
hey, let's give a clap to all the women in the
To
NASCAR.
all the women in that.
Yeah, let's go.
Women in
Now look.
STEM. Women
I
in STEM.
women in STEM. I'm one. The fellas know that I big one of the big criticisms. I'm a big critic when it comes to Miss Breidinger. I didn't think she was that great, but boy, did she shut me the fuck up with her 15th at Kansas, bro. That shit very good. And then she finished like I don't know where she finished in ARCA, but she finished solid. So I mean, and then Deegan finished I think 12th. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Jesus Christ, just shut a lot of people up. So very
Yeah, and Haley Deegan was actually running like top 10 before falling back. I saw her comments after the race. She was like, "Oh, we had a top 5 truck tonight. We just fell off on the last pit stop
See, how
sequence."
come
So
you did Brandon Finger's voice, but you didn't do Haley Deegan's annoying
it's like
voice?
yeah, it's like the same thing.
it's pretty much. Hold on. Hey guys, I'm Haley Deegan. I'm sponsored by Monster Energy and Idaho Potatoes.
Anyway, let's talk about I think what the biggest thing from the race. Raja Karuth v Ty Majeski. What was going on there? That was like the big talk. One of the big talk.
My brothers and sisters, it's a appearance from Pastor Johnson, and I would like to call out Mr. Thor and Mrs. Sport for your racist, anti-black motorsport team, my brothers and sisters. Thor Sport, James, what is a common Norse character in Norse mythology? What's his name, James?
Oh, Odin.
Who did Odin give birth to, James?
Thor.
So what color is Thor's skin?
He's a Caucasian.
He's a Caucasian man. Now we have Kyle, who is an Asian man, but we're not talking about that right now. Right? Are you following me, my niggas? Are you following me, my brothers and sisters?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what is Thor, James? What is Thor?
He's the god of lightning.
He's the god of lightning. Now let me shed some lighting on the issue at hand, my brother. See,
Right.
we used to be kings, my brother. We used to be kings. Now, to close out, when the short king, quote unquote, Ty Majeski, skirt, and Raja Karuth, the man of black excellence, was racing in the white man's craftsman truck series, my brothers. He was whipping and zooming. He was skipping and skirting. And then Ty Majeski got mad at that because he was influenced by the Thor sport racial critical race theory, my brothers. He was influenced by the Thor sport Klansman mentality, my brothers and sisters. You know what that red and blue Norway flag looked like? A Confederate one.
What the
Corey, you're drawing a
Coincidence?
lot of like very, very like far shots here.
See, and you know what they do in black neighborhoods? They shoot. And I'm shooting these conspiracies down, my brothers and sisters. So in conclusion, also there was a crew member of that Thor sport team that was saying some slurs about Mr. Carew.
allegedly.
Allegedly. Nothing.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We do not want to bring any
Yeah,
accusation
allegedly.
to an ass person.
Allegedly, fine. I'll play a little white man's game. Coincidence? Me thinks not. Me thinks not. Me thinks not.
Are you done, Mr. Johnson? Are you done?
Pastor Johnson is leaving the building, my brothers and sisters.
All righty.
Jeez.
They're poisoning me.
Hold on. Can we look at this? Let's go through this finishing order right now. Nick Sanchez, P6, beat Kyle Busch. Crazy. Kyle Busch was a non-factor all night. Absolutely crazy. Jake Garcia with a top 10. Big forehead in 10th. When's the last time I've seen him finish in the top 10? God knows how long. Let's see here.
Don't call Tyler Ingram big
Brendan
forehead.
Poole, top 20 in G2G equipment.
That's what we call a fat W.
I mean, get this man. Wait a minute. He already does have a cup ride. Never mind.
Let's shift focus to another motorsport. You know, truck was okay, I guess, but let's what else we got, Kyle? What else was on the weekend?
Supercross, your guys' wheelhouse. James, take it away.
Supercross. I think it's best for Jose to have lead off on this one.
Supercross is in Denver this week. Eli Tomac's hometown. Other than Jet Lawrence wrapping up the 250s, east or west, whatever. Like I said, it's so
West.
Yeah, west. You know, we knew that was gonna happen about 17 races ago. We had Eli Tomac. All he really needed to do was just finish. Just finish. It doesn't matter where he finished. Just finish the race ahead of Sexton. But we go into the 450 main event. Early into the 450 main event, he overjumps a turntable, and he shattered. His knee just explodes, and taking him out not only of his hometown race but the season in general. Basically, we just handed the trophy to Chase Sexton, and I booed.
Oh yeah!
Which was heartbreaking because we had a fantastic championship battle with him and Webb, but then Webb went down along with like 7 other main drivers in the 450 class, and for the points leader to be taken out is just so heartbreaking. You could see he was plus 17, I think, and just to see his points lead go down at the end of that and seeing Sexton on top was just heartbreaking. So I mean we'll have Kenny Roczen P2. But yeah.
Ooh, let's go. I'm down here too.
So it was heartbreaking. It was just a heartbreak. That's all you. It left me speechless. It's till right now it still leaves me speechless. How such a fantastic championship battle ends like that.
That's the risk of running Supercross. They used to be dying. Not dying. They used to be crashing. Injuries happen. You gotta roll with it, Jose.
So I mean, yeah, nothing crazy there. We'll go to what, F1, Kyle?
Yes, sir.
Oh, brother. What an absolute snooze fest. One of those.
What actually happened in Miami?
Nothing. Let me kick it off We had an amazing driver introduction. It was LL Cool J and the little not band, the orchestra directed by will.i.am, who made an absolutely atrocious song about Formula One with Lil Wayne. But I digress. They had the little orchestra. Everyone got announced. It was all really cool, and everyone came out. George Russell was being a little wimp about it, but who cares about George Russell? It was all really cool. They all came out. They strapped into their cars. The jets flew over. There was like Brad Pitt and like Tom Cruise and Michael Jordan was there, and we were ready for this amazing spectacle of a race. And instead, we got the worst, probably worse than Baku.
No, you can't. Baku was
Absolutely,
terrible. We at least had
absolutely atrocious
Max
race.
Verstappen starting from ninth and making some very cool moves in the beginning.
And then nothing else happened.
And then nothing
Can
else
we can we
happened.
can we just
Do
take a
you
second
want
to
to talk
say,
about do you want to talk about how your guy got absolutely minced, Jose? Is that what you
I
want to
mean,
talk about?
he started off on the wrong strategy.
But
You got
he was
Not
but he
even
was
freaking
on
I won't say
here.
wrong.
but he
On
was
the
on pole though.
unfavorable strategy, and Max Verstappen's Max Verstappen. What are you gonna do? So
hold on, are we not going to talk about the fact that Fernando said he'll be by me by lap 25, and then Max
Matt
Verstappen
got
got there
there
by lap
10
14?
laps earlier. Crazy.
Are you telling me that the Red Bull got that much faster, that much quicker over this 1 week? This is insane. This is absolutely insanity.
it's
How are they doing this? What witchcraft are they pulling?
I don't know who sold their soul, but it's paying.
Definitely fucking. They sold Nick DeVries' soul. That
Jesus.
bro.
Stop talking about my man's Nick. He's trying his best. I've waited years for my man's to get to Formula One, and this is how it goes. I'm having a terrible time now.
That
Well,
brother
James,
Daniel Ricciardo for the
James,
Prince.
James. It was just released today that Daniel Ricciardo is getting seat fitted for that AlphaTauri,
I
and that it's been
but
leaked that Helmut Marko has had a personal conversation with Nick DeVries and saying
Why
you have
are y'all
three
doing
Grand
this to
Prix.
me?
You have three Grand Prix to fix your performance, or you're out of there.
Why are y'all doing this to me, bro?
You know why? Because fucking Haas came in here looking like we were gonna score major points. Next thing you know, we walk out of there with fucking a singular point.
It's Haas, Kyle. You take all the points you can get.
The point we can get,
Mhm.
fucking, but they left Nico Hülkenberg out there on a terrible strategy, nearly bent it.
I
That really
think I think we've arrived at a problem with F1, which is what Parker Kligerman said, and it's probably made the most sense out of all the problems with F1.
that they
And
had
it's
Danica
that,
Patrick on the pre-race.
oh my god,
she
why?
was look. I watched some of the pre-race and she was decent.
Danica Patrick is a good commentator. Everyone just craps on her
Yeah,
because she's
she
a
was
woman.
good. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with her.
Not
Danica
as good as
Patrick
James
is good,
Hinchcliffe. James Hinchcliffe was good.
especially when she's doing open wheel. But back to what I was saying. The main problem with Formula One is that they've made tires that can go the entire race, and it's dumb. Because if you're gonna make tires that can go the entire race, unlike IndyCar, unlike NASCAR, they're one of the, and it's not even like dirt racing where you don't need to make pit stops. You need to make pit stops in F1. It's mandatory. But you have tires that can go the whole way, so you get these wonky strategies where I'll just put on the mediums and then I'm gonna put on the hards and then that's done. There's no, what's the creativeness in those strategies? The softs have just about been phased out. There's no reason to put the softs on
Yeah, that's actually James.
running
You're
a
right
normal race.
because what do you call it? I was looking at when I was watching the pre-race. I saw the preferred strategies, the recommended strategies. And I'm looking at this shit, and it's the same thing. It's either mediums, hards, mediums, or
Or
mediums,
just
mediums,
mediums to
hards.
hards
Like
every
what?
race.
Are you kidding me? That we have really made the soft tire really go all the way to just qualifying tires? Are those just
Yeah,
qualifying tires?
because that's the only thing we got. It's every race strategy is just we're gonna start on the mediums and then we're gonna change at the hards until we know the hards can. We're gonna run the mediums as long as possible and then we'll go on the hards because the hards can make the whole race.
I
Ash,
think listen now, James. I think they should just eliminate the hard compound altogether. Just go softs and mediums. The mediums
Kyle,
can
it's
only
not
go
how that
as
works.
long
Not
as
how that
half
works,
the
Kyle.
race.
That works, Kyle. They
It
just have
doesn't
to
matter.
make tires softer at this point.
There's no point in running the hard compound because it'll make the entire race, but you're mandatory to pit at least once.
I guess, but there's really no fix unless they just make the tires less good.
And the problem is that there was really no tire fall off in Miami because the track surface is a week old.
It's brand new,
There's
so
no
it's like
coarseness, there's no tire buildup or anything.
it also rained right before the race, so it was super duper fresh. There was nothing to grain up the tires, so
Well, that was an absolute failure. But you know
oh,
what wasn't a failure? The Kansas Cup race.
Yeah, let's get to the real meat and potatoes of this goddamn weekend. Was that absolutely brilliant Kansas race? It just, what can you say about it? It had everything. It had everything. It was a fantastic event.
Kansas might be the best mile and a half on the schedule.
don't say might. It is.
That's actually, I haven't actually sat down and watched the whole NASCAR race from start to finish, and I did for Kansas, and it just it wouldn't. I didn't have to change the channel. We had both screens going on. It was going on during the F1 race. No one gave a shit about the F1 race. Everyone was watching Kansas because it was great racing. Um, a lot of parody, motherfuckers dying everywhere. A lot of beef. We got beef for our first real crazy beef of the season. Fantastic finish. Denny Hamlin obviously winning. Any other things you'd like to point out from this race, other than, I mean, obviously the main shit at the end?
Uh, I
Christopher Bell dying, no?
I'd like to give a quick shout out. Doesn't get a lot of love around here. We brush over his name. Every time we get on the pod. It's crazy disrespectful how we doing my man's like this. But we give him no love.
Oh,
And
brother, here we
we
go.
clocking in and clocking out. Austin Dillon, pure pace, top 10. I think he deserves just a tad bit. I know we're all not the biggest Austin Dillon fans, but just a tad bit of love for this
Yeah,
for the top.
Austin Dillon's been having a real struggle, but this top 10 shows some real life, and will definitely renew him for a third season of Austin Dillon's life in the fast lane.
That was unnecessary.
I mean, we had a lot of people up there. I mean, we had Truex, we had obviously Larson and Hamlin,
Chase
Chastain.
Elliott, who's still recovering from that broken foot, is got a
Leg.
top 10.
He broke his leg, Kyle. Stop trying to misdiagnose my man.
Even Byron was up there. I mean, Bubba was even up there. We had Reddick in the beginning. Just this.
Reddick was always up there. Reddick finished in ninth place.
This,
Overall, good day.
this is
See,
a
something
fantastic.
I haven't realized and is really crazy. Of all the track, 2311 has somehow gotten Kansas perfectly. Kansas perfectly. Don't know how, but out of all the Kansas races ran at 2311, they haven't finished with this next gen car, of course. They haven't finished. Not one car has finished outside of the. Well, no, they've always had a car finish in the. They've always had a car finish in the. Whether it was Kurt Busch winning, Bubba winning, when Kurt won, Bubba got P10. When Bubba won, I'm pretty sure Ty Gibbs was doing good before he died. But I digress. 2311 has gotten this track absolutely right. It seems like Toyota has gotten this track absolutely right because they dominated the first half of this race. All six Toyotas in the top seven, absolutely ridiculous.
Hey, guys, I was personally DM'd by one of our viewers, Slim, and he said to cover some Ty Dillon shit. So this one's for you, Slim. Fun
Oh, brother.
fact: or not today, but Kansas Speedway is Ty Dillon's best finish of the 2023 season that isn't on a restrictor plate. 22nd. There you go.
He got his stage point in, I believe, stage two. He finished
Yeah,
10th.
yeah. Big thing is stage two. He stayed out with Joey Logano and company, and then Kyle Busch wrecked himself, and smoothly got some stage points. I can respect the hustle.
So yeah,
Yeah. I mean, let's get down to really the whole reason why this race is going to be so memorable and going to be replayed to oblivion in every commercial is going to be uh, the fight, the fight, man.
In heavy
So,
quotation.
so for context, or towards the end of this race, around with 50 laps to go, one of the restarts, um, Noah Gragson and Ross Chastain, they're battling for position. They're in just a pack in general. Ross Chastain goes up. Supposedly, he got tight. He said he was tight, and Noah Gragson had more than maybe like a lane and a quarter, and he just he sent it. He bent it. To me, it was not Chastain. I mean, it was Chastain's fault, but he didn't purposely do it. It was kind of ridiculous. That I mean, Noah even did that. I see why he did it. I just didn't like it. Noah ended up finishing like around what 4 or 5 laps down. We get to the end of the race, and I mean, we guys know what happened. Who doesn't know what happened?
Hmm.
See, the problem that I have, and me and Corey discussed, is we discussed this right after the race, man. That one security guy should be fired because he did his job too well. God damn it, he got to the scene too quickly before Noah Gragson could lay a finger on Ross Chastain. Because God damn it, I don't care. I mean, Noah Gragson is probably not the guy that you want to go throw haymakers, uh, because of Ross,
No,
but
no,
it
no,
would
no,
have.
no. We'll stop this conversation right here. Noah Gregson only gets this big boy, this persona because he's a bit chubby and he beat up on poor old Harrison Burton. I
three
I
years
think
ago. 3 years ago, he beat up on Harrison Burton.
I think Ross Chastain would beat the hell out of him. Ross Chastain is a farm boy. He worked in them fields picking them watermelons. I think he has farm boy strength. I think he beat the brakes off of
He,
Noah.
he clearly said he
He's
clearly
had
told
enough.
Noah, "Don't do
He's
that."
had enough. People talk shit about him. Apparently, no one's gone up to his face, and we see why. Cause Ross threw a quick
Ross
jab.
They think nah, because for so long it's been everyone just Ross pushes everyone around, and then he's so apologetic. He's oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it like that. It wasn't my intention. Blah blah blah. You push Ross too hard, he's gonna push back, and that got proven.
Unfortunately, that wasn't a push, James. That was a hard shot to the
That was
face.
a punch. That was a punch.
Yeah, that was definitely unexpected and kind of weird. Like I said,
And
that it was
I want to say this. I've been saying a lot, but I want to say this. Of all the things for someone to kind of run up and try and fight, or at least push around Ross Chastain about, that has got to be one of the weakest. Because, like, if Denny ran up after Gateway, if Denny or Chase Elliott ran up on Ross Chastain and grabbed him and said, "What the hell are you doing?" Or after Atlanta when he took out Denny and he goes up and he says, "What are you doing?" That's understandable. But him getting just a little bit tight up on you and walling you, not even destroying your car, just giving you like you touch the wall and you're trying to you go down you. Noah Gregson went down side drafted and Dora Ross Chastain back. I don't understand why Noah was so. After you see the replays, you get out your car, you see the replays, and you go over there, you try and yoke this man up over something that wasn't malicious. You see him go chase up the car off the track, and it's ridiculous. I feel like of all the things to go over and try and I guess intimidate Ross, that's what Noah was trying to do. That has to be like the weakest one.
yeah. I feel like he was um, the least like obligated to go fight him. He had the least done to him out of everybody that Ross
Also,
was running
Noah
to.
Gregson is a rookie. What seniority does he have to go over and have to go show someone a lesson?
Because he's
Someone's
choked
got to do
away.
it.
He's choked away 3 Xfinity championships.
So I mean, let's get to the finish. Denny Hamlin v Kyle Larson. There was a good 20 laps of just nice, fantastic stock car racing.
Corey, let's get your opinion on the ending.
No, Corey has hung himself.
Let's
If
get
I
your opinion,
speak,
Corey.
if I speak, I get suspended for 6 months.
So, me obviously we're winding down. Lap traffic played a little bit of an effect. It would have been hilarious if JJ Yeley would have held up Hamlin for even longer than he almost did. But Kyle Larson on the last lap got loose coming out of two, and You
Tried
know,
to pull a video game move, by the way.
Hamlin was not going to lift, causing Elliott to cause Elliott to go
Elliott,
into the wall. Hamlin is the winner, and not Elliott,
Elliott.
Larson brought it home for P2. It was a fantastic finish. Hamlin
Corey,
is hot. Hamlin
let's
himself
get
said
your
he is.
scientific description on it.
What happened?
Let's get Corey's scientific description of
Yeah,
the.
what happened? What does a Larson fan think? What happened?
If I speak, I get suspended for 6 months.
Oh no. Well,
Okay. Well, Jose, what's your scientific description of the move that won Hamlin the race?
clean racing. It was racing, dog. Hamlin. I mean, obviously Larson was loose. He was getting, he had moments in that whole battle where he'd get loose coming out of a turn. And I mean, Hamlin obviously isn't going to lift. And, of course, Hamlin didn't want to race him that way. They wouldn't have raced clean the 20 laps beforehand. So no, he got loose. Hamlin took advantage and he won the race. It was great. I mean, obviously, if I'm Larson, I would be pissed in the moment, but he was loose. I mean, just great. You gotta applaud races like that because we don't get them too often anymore.
It's I kind of find it funny how Denny Hamlin has managed to find ways to win these races.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, he just goes and wins these obscure races.
Still don't know what you mean by that.
He left. He left. He left. He left. He
Well,
got kicked
I,
high.
Ni hao, ni hao.
Ni hao. That's where his internet's from.
Send that boy Kyle to the Guangdong
I
Tigers.
get that boy a new modem.
Send that boy to the Nash Boys podcast. What?
All right, let's try and wrap it up here with this next section. I don't know what the
With
fuck.
this next little segment, we're going into race predictions. Race predictions for next week. Next week we have the. Is it
It's dark.
no? It's the second. No, the second race at Indianapolis is the GMR Grand Prix. So this is just the Indianapolis Grand Prix.
No, this is the GMR Grand Prix.
This is GMR. Okay, so we got the GMR Grand Prix at the Indy Road Course.
Wait. Are we still recording or?
Yes, we're still recording. I'm recording the thing now.
Oh fuck! All right, all right. There he is. All right,
Okay,
we're just gonna hurry up and
GMR
we're
Grand Prix at the Indy
we're
Road
gonna,
Course.
we're gonna wrap it
What's
up.
going on?
We're doing picks.
Oh, which series?
IndyCar. You just made it in time.
Thank God. I have Romain Grosjean. I think
I
every road course I'm just gonna pick him.
picked Patricio Award. Fastest hands in IndyCar.
I went with Colton Herta.
Last year's race winner. Great pick. And then Cory picked. I think he picked Scott Dixon.
Obviously, we have 3 races at Darlington. We'll start off with trucks. I went with Corey Heim because I didn't read the entry list when we were making picks, so I just thought of the 11, and I thought of Corey Heim.
Absolute all-time sell job by Jose.
He had the number
Me
one
on
pick
the
too. He had the number one pick.
me on the other hand, I looked at the Cup guys, and having last pick, I couldn't get any of the better Cup guys, so I picked Bubba Wallace.
Oh, I mean, well,
I went with the long shot. I mean, you put the guy that we've been just talking about. It has had enough of everybody's shit in a truck that's not that fast at a track that pisses people off. I got Ross Chastain. And then
I hate
Corey
this dude
apparently
for it because
has
he's not saying any of his
Bucks
picks.
in 7.
Who's in the 7, Corey?
Corey LaJoy.
Oh, that's atrocious.
I'm
well
sorry, man. I'm
then we
sorry.
go. Then we have the Xfinity race, which is probably the best race of that weekend last year with the finish between Creed, Gregson, and Larson. And I went ahead and picked Larson for this one. Let's see what the other guys picked.
I picked Daniel Hemrick because we are overdue for another backflip.
I mean, I'm laughing, but I shouldn't be laughing because I have Ty Dillon, his return in the RCR3.
Oh, brother. See, look, Slim's apparently paying him because for him to talk about Ty Dillon twice in this video is absolutely crazy.
You know the funny part? Slim got upset because he didn't want Kyle to jinx his driver.
Hey, I've had a pretty good track record in the Xfinity series. Can't say the same about Cup, but Xfinity, I have 2 correct answers.
Demarion, hopefully if you're watching this far, thank you because you are a absolute legend.
Yep, we just got to make sure we shout you out. James only picked Daniel Hemrick just for you, so don't worry about
Just
that.
for you.
And Cory picked Sheldon Creed, which I think is actually a pretty good pick.
Great pick. He almost won the race last year.
And then we have the main event, the Goodyear 400 at Darlington. It's throwback week. I went ahead and picked Denny Hamlin. He's white hot. He's good at Darlington. I think he's going to get 2 in a row and absolutely solidify that he is a championship contender for real this time.
Okay. Well, I have no clue why I made this pick. It was just a gut feeling. It was a horrible gut feeling, but I picked Daniel Suarez. I don't know if I looked at his throwback too much and I said it looks really nice, but I picked Daniel Suarez. He hasn't been the best at Darlington.
As a loving Daniel Suarez fan, historically it isn't one of his best tracks. I think he maybe had a great run there last season, but yeah, absolute fumble by Mr.
James only picked it because it was such a great throwback, you know.
That's the only reason.
You guys are all wrong because I picked Baby Bobby Boo, Martin Truex. Great runs in the last 3 weeks. He has a win here at Darlington before. They're going back to the black auto owners paint scheme that he won here in 2021.
Tomatoes.
It's all just coming together for Martin Truex to become his former self, his former championship hunt self.
And Cory picked Larson. Is that right?
Yes.
Boy, that's just a Jose. That's just a kiss up to Jose pick right there because he's throwing it back to who? Jose?
Tony motherfucking Stewart, the Russell Rocket himself. But that wraps up predictions. So Kyle, I think we're about done here, right?
We're done, right? Okay, cool. Okay, let's go with the outro. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, your family, till we know it's Mother's Day weekend. Shout out to all the
Shout out to
moms that put up
mothers
with
out there.
us.
Wait, no. Can I go on a little tirade real quick?
Oh, God.
No. Matthew Sheridan, if you watching, all right, James, fellas, we gonna talk about some basketball real quick.
Oh no.
You're right.
Oh,
No.
Lord.
Go check the Sun score right fucking now. Go check the goddamn score.
Good thing we
right
can.
fucking now.
Good thing.
Oh my God, the Suns are down by 40.
Jesus Christ.
Just to let everybody know, this was filmed Thursday.
Oh my
This was filmed Thursday, May 11th, 2023.
Oh my God. We're about to have 9/11 Deluxe.
It's Devin Book over. It's Devin Book over.
It's Kevin Durant over, nigga. It's CP3 over, nigga. It's Fiend over. It's Sun over. We're about to have the Shanghai Suns in this bitch.
Cameron is 19 points.
I don't give a I hate, bro. Also, what the fuck does Phoenix provide for the economy? What does Arizona do? They gave us Alex Bowman.
Heat.
No. They gave us Alex Bowman, trash. Michael McDowell, garbage. Phoenix International Raceway, booty juice. The Phoenix Suns, ass. The Cardinals, ass. The Diamondbacks, ass. The Coyotes, ass. What does Arizona provide?
The Grand Canyon?
Ain't that in Nevada or some shit?
Well, we're
gonna wrap this one up. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends and family. Happy Mother's Day, James. Hit that outro music.